Hello class, my name is Ish Stavos and I am your instructor for IDT G10. In this video I'm just going to give you a quick orientation of the course in our learning management system, and so let's jump right into it. So I started off at the My DTCC page just to show you how to access your courses in D2L if you've never done this before. So from the Courses tab here, you can see Blackboard in D2L. Our course is in D2L, so you're just going to click on the link there. And once this Courses page loads, you'll see a tile with all of your courses. I have a whole bunch of them. You might not have so many, but you're going to find the relevant course and click on it. So I'm going to open up IDT G10 right here. And once I get here, I'm going to go into the student view just so I can give you an authentic experience. So when you land here on G10, first you're going to see the announcements on the home page. Obviously there's nothing here yet because the course hasn't begun, but I will post announcements relatively regularly, at least once a week, if not more often. The other useful thing here on the right hand side is a calendar of due dates. I give everything that I put in D2L, pretty much every assignment has a due date attached to it, so it should auto-populate right over here. That can provide you a quick reminder of upcoming due dates, and you can see more by clicking on that button there. Some other useful features before we dive into the content. The grades section, if you go here on the grades menu, this is where once assignments are completed and graded, you'll see the point value you scored, and eventually you'll get a calculated grade there once there are assignments to determine your grade. And then another useful feature is under the tools is the class list. This will provide you with a list of all of the students enrolled in the class, as well as your instructor, me right there. You can select multiple people on the side here. Say, for example, you needed to email a few people about an assignment you're working on, and click the email button. But this can just be a useful way to know who's in the course and to get in touch with people. Finally, we're going to go over to content here, where you're going to spend about 99% of your time. Excuse me while I drink my coffee, trying to stay awake. And when you first land on content, you're going to land in this overview page where you can read an introduction to myself and the course, and a course overview video, which is actually what you're watching right now. Another useful area right here is the course schedule. This is another place where you can see due dates, but you also get a complete rundown of all of the details. So you can see what's coming up, or you can click this button to see a full schedule of every due date in the course. Here in the Getting Started module, you'll find some of the usual stuff, contact information, cute pictures of my 5 wonderful kids, less cute picture of myself back when I was probably 20 pounds lighter. I like to keep that there as a goal for something to aim for. Anyway, moving on. So, contact information, obviously, the usual stuff, the G10 syllabus, official syllabus, the syllabus addendum, which I'll go ahead and open up real quick just to show you. This is where you'll find how the course is graded, and policies on due dates, and then an overview of all the various assignments we're going to do in the class this semester. Let me go back to Getting Started, and I'll show you the schedule. The schedule can be handy because I do put everything in with due dates in D2L, but I know some people might like to have kind of one sheet to go to. So this is a document that has a very simple table by week and date, and a checklist of the things that you need to do. These are all of the graded assignments within the course. So fairly simple and straightforward. Okay, continuing our tour of the content section. I think we've covered everything here except for, this is back in getting started. I provided a link or videos for a bunch of the student videos on how to navigate D2L. One that I particularly recommend you checking out is this first one about notification settings. By default in D2L you won't always get an email when an instructor posts an announcement, but this video will show you how you can set it up so that you will get an email notification whenever there's an announcement. You can also you can specify you want to get it when new content's posted or grades are posted. And there's a bunch of other useful tutorials navigating it from a student's perspective. And here is a link to D2L's entire YouTube playlist of tutorial videos. Okay, so let's jump into the actual weekly modules and such. First, a note on how the course is organized. I have here generally you'll see the current week module. If you wish to look forward into the semester, you can go into the future weeks module to take a glimpse at what is coming. And once we're actually into the course, as weeks are passed, you can come into this module to see, to access old stuff. There's obviously nothing in there right now, but at the end of week 1, for example, I will move this week 1 module into the past weeks. So, here we are in week 1, and basically I want to show you how every module is going to be organized. You're going to start with an introduction, the questions that we're going to be exploring this week through the activities and assignments. Here are the learning objectives directly from the syllabus that we are aiming to meet. And then a to-do list, one more place where you can see what's due and when it is due. So you can see, for example, in week 1, you've got 4 activities due by Friday the 26th, and then 3 more due by the following Monday. As you scroll down through the week, I tried to make it as simple as possible for you to understand what you need to do. Basically, it just goes in the order that you need to do it. So, and the recommended order that I think that you complete things in. So obviously, the first thing we're going to do is introduce ourselves. So there's an introduction Padlet. And as you go on, here is a reflection assignment. One thing I'll note about the reflection assignments is I don't want people to get too worried about these because the reflection assignments are meant to be sort of quick, informal writing. Don't worry about spending a lot of time polishing or editing this as long as it's legible. Really what I'm usually doing is asking you to read or watch something and reflect on that. You can think of this as the equivalent in a classroom course. We might use the first 15 minutes of class or so to have students break down a quick reflection on something we've studied recently. So don't devote hours and hours to these little reflection assignments. And so on and so forth. So you'll see all the content loaded right there for you. You can click on the links to access it. You can read all of the instructions here, for example, for the discussion board. And once you're ready to actually do it, you can click on the discussion board link here, and it'll bring you to where you need to go. But other than that, I tried to arrange the course relatively simply from top to bottom. A list of things to do, and I hope that's relatively straightforward and simple for you, and I'm looking forward to getting to know you all more this semester and to jumping into the foundations of effective teaching. Alright, this is Ish Stabos signing off. Have a good one, and I'll see you online.